We all looked forward to today. Ripple and the SEC's case is finally over, but you know what that means. Yes, that's correct. XRP's value went up by a huge amount. There are a lot of top crypto experts talking about that right now, and what they say will happen is really cool. It is thought that the price of XRP could reach as high as $11,898.00. This is also not a joke. The market trends and studies that were used to make these predictions are real. Let's get one thing straight. Enjoy this video all the way through. Let's cut to the chase and get to the point. No, not to Benny. It looks like the long court fight between Ripple Labs and the SEC may finally be over. Not only with a whisper, but also with a decision that could change how XRP and soon other digital goods will also be regulated. After going to court for more than 4 years, both sides have now filed a move together that shows they both want to settle. The thing that was done is more than just a step in the process. Ripple and XRP have been in a case since December 2020. And it is now being carefully worked out. At the heart of the move is a call to end the long-standing rule that institutions can't buy or sell XRP. If accepted, Ripple would have more freedom to work with institutional partners and reopen the part of the market that was shut down by court orders. It's not just selling XRP again, though. Trust in a digital asset has been lost for a long time, even though it has won several important court cases against SE claims. Also in the movie, talks about a plan to change how cash fines are given out. As part of the deal, $50 million 0 cents would be given to the second party, and $75 million 0 cents would be given back to Rise. This change in how fines work is important, not for how much they are, but for what they mean. No longer is there punishment, there is now peace. Oh, I see. The SEC is being reasonable, which is different from how they usually act when they are after crypto company. Locked many people. I replied right away on Twitter. Bull Run Wonka wrote that CC's Ripple settlement is coming up soon, which is what many people think will happen. There was a big step forward in the CCZ's Ripple case today, according to Jack the Ripper's lawyer, Bill Morgan. There is no set end date for the case. Steph showed even more excitement in another tweet. The Ripple SAC ruling is coming today. If we win, big institutions could put a lot of money into XRP. Bill Morgan, a well-known lawyer and XRP fan, brought up what could be the most important part of the motion, the call to change the final ruling by Judge Annalisa. Torres Morgan says that this isn't just a habit, it's what the proposed deal is officially based on. There are a lot of things that the court has to be sure of before it can allow the change. The judge might think the request is more for convenience than for real need. Also, there's no guarantee that this motion will be granted since a previous joint filing was thrown out so quickly. Came out early this year. There is still a lot of hope. John Dean, a lawyer who works with more than 75,000 XRP users, thinks the move has a 70% chance of going through. If it does, Ripple could return to working with the market as a whole, and XRP might finally get the attention it deserves, this time not just as a speculation currency, but also as a real layer of infrastructure for big banks. It would also send a strong message to other blockchain projects that are being pushed by lawmakers. That answer is possible, and you can understand it better. If the court says no, however, it will cause more delays, more confusion, and a long-term hold than institutions' use of XRP. There would also be big changes in the market as a whole. This case is seen as a litmus test for how U.S. officials will apply securities laws to crypto. How the CC currently applies the law would be called into question if the judge rules in Ripple's favor. This could also change how future crypto cases are handled. Not just people who use Ripple and XRP, but also everyone in the business who wants clear, fair rules. Now is a very important time. It might be a new era when new ideas don't have to worry about being sued every time they come up after the court rules. Until then, everyone in the crypto world will wait and hope that this court case ends soon. And of course, experts think Ripple will win, so they expect crazy growth. This is a lot bigger than anything we've seen before. Trust me, it will be more than just a win in court. A lot of bank money will be able to flow into XRP if Judge Torres agrees to this move. Here's why this could be the most bullish crypto sign ever. Because of this, they laughed at Noah until it started to rain. He wrote on Twitter as Us.Thankx, they are now making fun of XRP. Let them. It's almost full on the curve. That phrase refers to more than just changes in the market. There is a lot of emotional power behind these predictions right now. This is about believing in a system that has been attacked, misread, and thrown out many times, but hasn't gone away. Steph wrote that XRP is going to go crazy like Bitcoin did. Also, if you look that use crypto, there are way too many lofty goals in every single tweet. Crypto Wise Guy says you'll get $10,000, 0 cents in XRP. Brett takes it to a new level and says XRP could reach $11,898, 0 cents. The Barry CS tweet that caused a stir. Please give me a good reason. The more realistic view was that XRP would likely trade around $35, 0 cents instead of $1,000, 0 cents if it hit Bitcoin's market cap. They finally said that $1,000, 0 cents was just a dream, but dreams don't go away easy. The XRP army is known to be strong. Some people, like Robert Smith, say that these price targets are more story than math. This has been going on since XRP first came out, and it's still not even close to that goal. A wave of resistance is building, and every day gets stronger, he wrote. Tell us the truth. XRP worth $1,000, 0 cents would be worth trillions of dollars if you only looked at supply and market cap. That just doesn't seem possible right now. They think that either the economy changes completely or XRP becomes the backbone of the world's banking system. The biggest fans are counting on this to happen. The trade isn't just for short-term gains. In the long run, they want XRP to be used for better payments in real time, smart contracts, tokenized assets, and even the infrastructure of central banks. Also, this joint move could loosen up some limits. For the first time, this could allow institutions to see XRP not as a legal risk, but as a real tool for global settlement. People might want something different after that change. That's why words